Yeah, so the prior Manhattan DA at Alvin Bragg's urging, the U.S. Attorney in Manhattan, the Federal Election Commission, and Bragg himself previously declined this bogus legal theory that they're using now to indict Trump. And then you have these disgruntled, unethical Manhattan DA prosecutors run to the media. They resigned, they ran to the media and cried about this. And so then back in December, Bragg hired this very senior Obama and Biden administration official. His name is Matt Colangelo, is I think how I pronounce his last name. It's Colangelo, Colangelo. And Matt Colangelo is he is the guy who's driving this. He is the link between the Biden Justice Department and Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, the George Soros-backed left-wing prosecutor. And if you look at the media coverage when Bragg hired Colangelo back in December, like, for example, CNN, this is how they reported it, that CNN says CNN simply reported that Colangelo was, quote, a senior official in the U.S. Justice Department, and before that served as an attorney on the Trump Foundation investigation with the New York Attorney General's office. They're covering up his background. Colangelo was has been a left-wing radical lawyer for many, many years. He was an NAACP lawyer for 7 years, and then he went to work for the Obama Justice Department in the Civil Rights Division for Tom Perez when Tom Perez was the civil rights chief. Tom Perez went to be the labor secretary, and this Matt followed him over to the Department of Labor, where he was the chief of staff before Perez went to be the DNC chair. And then this Matt went to work in the Obama White House as one of the top economic advisors in the Obama White House. And then he left, and during the Trump administration, he went to work for New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. Schneiderman was the AG who got Me Too'd and chased out of office. Matt was one of the jobs he had there was he was the executive deputy attorney general for social justice. Apparently they investigate Trump because that's what he did just about the entire time that Colangelo was working in the New York AG's office. He also served with Alvin Bragg. Bragg was the chief deputy attorney general for the criminal side, working with Colangelo, and Colangelo brought dozens of lawsuits against the Trump administration and led the investigations into the Trump Foundation and Trump finances. And then Matt Colangelo goes to work in the Biden Justice Department. He was on the parachute team in the Justice Department. He was the acting number 3, the acting associate attorney general. It's a really, really important job that most people never hear about. He essentially ran the entire civil side of the Justice Department, including the Civil Rights Division, before Vanita Gupta, who's a radical left-wing activist, was getting nominated and confirmed and going through the process. And then he became Vanita's number 2. So he was the number 2 to the number 3 in the Justice Department. When this Colangelo was the acting number 3, and then the number 2 to the number 3, the number 2 to Vanita when she got confirmed, they wreaked havoc. I mean, this is the office that worked with Kristen Clark and the Civil Rights Division, and they were the ones who truly politicized and weaponized the Biden Justice Department with Merrick Garland. This included prosecuting Christians praying outside of abortion clinics while giving amnesty to abortion industry activist terrorists who terrorized Catholic churches, crisis pregnancy centers, and Supreme Court justices and their families in their homes, including a 1 a.m. assassination attempt against Justice Kavanaugh, his wife Ashley, and their 2 teenage daughters. Now, that's the connection. When Colangelo's working in the Biden Justice Department in this key post, the number 2 to the number 3, the acting number 3, and then the number 2 to the number 3, that's when he's working with Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. And that's where Jim Jordan, the House Judiciary Committee Chairman, the Weaponization Subcommittee Chairman, that's the key. That's who Jordan needs to subpoena. Get him to come testify, get his documents, get his communications. He is the link between Alvin Bragg, the Biden Justice Department, to show that this is lawfare. This is a coordinated effort to take out Trump because they fear they cannot beat him in the polls, so they simply indicted him.